The recent passing of Argentine Carlos Reutemann reminded me I've got this Minichamps model of the 1981 Williams FW07C that he almost won the World Championship with that year. Unfortunately, it's not really one of Minichamps' best models. Unlike most of the other Formula One models from Minichamps, this car had a lift-off body, and it was also mostly a plastic model. In fact, the only metal part that I'm aware of is the central part of the monocoque and the fuel tank. Everything else is injection molded plastic, so the model's quite light and couldn't really be classified as a die-cast. The lift-off body is also all plastic. Now it's got quite a bit of detail underneath the body here. I mean, the engine is quite well done. Injection intake trumpets and the exhaust pipes curving up on top of the side pods to keep the underneath of the car clear. It's got some pneumatic bottles in here and oil and radiator coolers and that sort of stuff. Some suspension detail. But this is all sort of a little bit under scale so that the body can fit on top. So while it's a reasonable representation of what's going on, I think in this scale for a mass-produced model, it's not really the right way to go. This is the early season car that had the full-width front wing. Later in the year, Williams went to just two small front wings on either side of the nose. And in fact, at one of the events, Reutemann ran the car with no front wing at all. Such was the downforce that was coming from the underneath of the car. This ran on Michelin tyres at the start, which is what this model is based on. This is the Belgian Grand Prix winner of Carlos Reutemann. The car used Goodyear tyres later on in the season when they come out with the slightly different version. There's actual mesh in the intake of the body, which it's just a one-piece thing. This is where the stub was that I took off so that the body can fit a little bit more easily, which I'll show you shortly. One thing that was pointed out to me, I didn't notice this at the time, but was pointed out to me, is the A in the rear wing font is incorrect. If you have a look at the A's elsewhere, it's a completely different shape. So the graphic designer at Minichamps really messed up on that. Small detail, but I guess important. It's even got the color coordinated. Just putting that back in. Color coordinated or anodized wheel nuts, different colors on the one side compared to the other. There's some sign writing, or some lettering I should say, missing from the helmet of Reutemann in here, so I don't know whether that's a licensing issue or a mistake. And also Reutemann was sponsored by Marlboro, so the visor strip should have Marlboro on it, and Minichamps don't provide tobacco markings, unlike a lot of the Spark models. They do come with the missing tobacco logos, but they've got the Marlboro chevron on the sleeve but no lettering. So overall, look, the detail's okay, but you'll see shortly when the body is fitted on, this model doesn't look any good at all. Displayed with the body off, it's acceptable. I should also point out just underneath the car, it does have the ground effect tunnels represented, but yeah, not particularly accurate underneath here with the various holes and the screws and all that sort of stuff. But when we put the body on, it's a different story altogether. Now with the body fitted, we can see that this is just a poor fit. Okay, I've made changes to the car to get this to fit down a bit more snugly than what it came from new, but it's nothing like how the real car looks when it's on the racetrack. So yeah, when the body's off, it's passable. When the body's on, it's especially the front of the car, it just looks nothing like the real thing. All right, rear of the car looks pretty good. You know, the suspension, gearbox, wing, side pods and everything are all a reasonable representation. Mine's got some broken or missing decal. We get that in view here. So that was damage that mine had from the factory, unfortunately. But yeah, it's look, from a distance, the model's quite a, this angle, quite okay. But from the front, it's not good. And hopefully one day Spark will bring out a more representative version. Anyway, that's this model. If you like what's here, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumbs down, and subscribe to the channel. Click the notifications button to be advised of when there's new videos posted. If you've got any questions or make a comment, I'll answer any questions you've got. Cheers.